Okay, so in today's session we're going to take a look at the management information system and some of the functions that are available to administrators. So we'll start by logging in with our administrator username and password, which in this case is for our demo account. 001, that's why. And the first page you'll see after you've logged in is the main driver overview page. Those of you who have seen the video about uploading new users into the system will be familiar with this page already and these two buttons at the top. Now below that you can see a reminder of the license key, which in this case is Mega 001. Now attached to that license key will be the number of licenses that you have paid for. That can be changed at any time. You may start off with 50 and then as new staff join we'll add 10, 20 as and when necessary. So you can see here that we have 20 licenses available against this license key, and out of that 20 we have available, 11 have registered onto the system. So you see here you've got 11 registered and 2 completed their assessment. Out of the 2 who have completed their assessment, actually none have completed their compulsory remedial education. Below that we've got some filter tools. So start with name, we can filter by first name or last name. So if we clicked on Fox, you would see Megan and Samantha both come up, but if we looked at Ben, only Ben Stiller comes up. So we can clear that field. You can filter by risk, high risk, medium risk, low risk. You can filter by the dates, a date range of when they registered, or you can filter by their progress. So if we very quickly wanted to send an email to everybody who had not completed their assessment to give them a G up, we just click apply, and very quickly we'll come on to functions in a minute, but we can click the email function down here and that will just send an email to everybody who is not completed their assessment. Similarly, we could send an email to everybody who has not completed their education, which in this case is everybody. But there's lots of other options of different stages that people may be at. You can use these in conjunction with other filters as well. So we'll say to everybody that's not completed education, who's a risk medium and surname Fox, and Megan Fox will still come out. If you take that away, she's still the only person with a medium risk, but if we move that to a low risk, Julia Roberts comes up. So you can use these in conjunction with other tools for filtering. Now if we look at the driver overview table here, it gives us a very quick visual snapshot of where people are at. It's important to remember that we only have 11 people registered on the system at the moment. If we had 1100, then this is going to run over several pages, and that's when you need to start using your filter tools. This icon here shows that Ben Stiller has started his assessment but not yet completed it. Julia Roberts has completed her assessment with 68% and is a low risk. Megan Fox has completed her assessment with 63% and is therefore a medium risk. You can see the dates when people complete their assessment, and over here, once they have completed their assessment, their remedial education will be unlocked. Julia Roberts has completed none of her compulsory remedial education, whereas Megan Fox, you can see, has completed 10%. So this gives you a really good overview of where people are. Now looking at some of the tools we've got down here, we've got the facility to email directly from the system anybody who is showing in this overview page. So if we wanted to email everybody that is a medium risk, we would select medium, apply, hit email, and this is going to open an email to just that one person, just to Megan Fox. If we wanted to send, as we did earlier, an email to everybody who has not yet completed their assessment, so there's 4, 8, 9 people there, we could just open an email and send to those 9 people to say, hurry up with your assessment, and then some text in the email body, and you can send that straight from the system without having to go back into a GroupWise or a Microsoft Outlook email client. So we'll go back and display everybody here. Now, for example, if we wanted to print the results straight to a printer, again, we would use our filter tools to make sure that everybody who we wanted to print was showing in this table here. Click print, and it'll basically open it up in a new web tab or a new web page, and very shortly our print options should come up. So we can click print, and it'll print whatever is shown here. Close that tab and return. You've also got an export option. Now what this will do is export these results into a CSV file, so we can just open them straight up here. Okay. When they come out, they're not particularly pretty. They don't look very good, but with a little bit of formatting, we can see here. It's just great. So very quickly, we've got an Excel file of all the core information about the people going through our system. Effectively what you see on the driver overview page, but this will show you their scores as well. So we can see low risk, Megan Fox is a low risk, medium risk. Her overall score is 63, but it breaks it down now into individual areas. So let's look at knowledge, skill, and attitude. So you can see here that although she's a medium risk, she's actually a low risk when it comes to skill. Her hazard perception skills are pretty good, 78%, but actually when it comes to attitude, she's got a pretty potentially poor attitude and poor knowledge skills. So for example, if you were looking at some kind of effective remediation beyond the modules that we have in the system, you might say, well, actually, there's not much point putting her in a car and driving her around the roads because in terms of skill, she's actually pretty good. What you'd probably do is give her a highway code and a one-to-one with somebody that would maybe address some of her confidence issues, or maybe she's got some tendencies to thrill-seek. If it's anything like a character in Transformers, then I'm sure that's pretty bang on. And again, you can see here that 10% of her remedial education has been completed, whereas nobody else has done any of that. So we can shut this down. You can format this, spend as long as you want, making it look good, especially if you've got hundreds, even thousands of drivers. This is really useful to kind of control all the data, but it doesn't update seamlessly. This is a snapshot. Whenever you click export, this will just take a snapshot of where people are. Obviously, if somebody comes in the next hour, you know, Brad Pitt comes in, completes his assessment, this isn't going to update. So bear in mind, if you do make this look really good, that it's only a snapshot in time. Right, so we'll close that down.